I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice. Let us begin. You walk into a room feeling fine, but by the time you leave, you're heavy, anxious, drained, and you don't even know why. You can feel someone's tension from across the room. You can sense unspoken resentment before a word is said. You get around certain people, and it's like your own energy just disappears. This is for the one who keeps absorbing everyone else's emotions, their stress, their sadness, their static, until you can't tell what's yours anymore. You think you're just being sensitive, empathetic, intuitive, but underneath it, you feel blurry, like you're a sponge that no one asked to be wet. This transmission is here to name that pattern and help you end it. Not by making you cold or detached, not by blocking connection, but by teaching you how to stay inside yourself. Because you're not weak for feeling everything. You're untrained in boundaries. What you've called empathy has become entanglement. What you've called compassion has become collapse. And the weight you're carrying, most of it isn't even yours. If you've ever walked away from a conversation and felt depleted for hours afterward, if you've ever picked up someone else's mood and couldn't shake it for days, this is your signal. You don't need to disconnect from the world. You need to reconnect with you. By the end of this video, you'll have a grounding ritual that helps you reset your field. You'll learn how to recognize when you've merged and how to return. You'll get your space back. And with it, your energy, your clarity, and your peace. Coming up next, we name where this pattern really comes from, why you keep unconsciously merging with other people's emotions, and what part of you believes it keeps you safe. You didn't become an emotional sponge by accident. You became one because you had to. At some point in your life, probably early, you learned that being attuned to other people's moods kept you safe. You learned to scan a room before you entered it, to read subtle tone shifts, to brace yourself when tension walked in wearing a smile, to adjust, perform, and blend so that no one got upset. And if they did, you were already prepared. This isn't just sensitivity, it's survival. Your system was trained to monitor everyone else's energy because your sense of safety depended on it. And so now, even when you're around people who love you, your body still listens like it's in danger. You don't just notice emotions, you merge with them. And the cost? You don't know who you are when no one else is around. Your feelings blur into theirs. Your clarity dissolves. You carry moods that didn't start in your own body, and then wonder why you feel exhausted all the time. But here's the truth. This was never about emotional intelligence. It was about emotional protection. And now that you're older, safer, more sovereign, the pattern still plays like a loop you can't shut off. But you can shut it off. Not by becoming hardened, but by remembering that your energy is a home, not a hallway. You don't owe anyone full access to your inner space. Not even the people you love. Especially not the people who confuse connection with codependence. You can feel what someone else is feeling without carrying it home. You can hold space without losing your own. This pattern wasn't born from brokenness. It was born from brilliance. But what once kept you safe is now keeping you scattered. And the only way to stop living in other people's energy fields is to reclaim your own. And that starts with a daily practice, a ritual that helps you reset your space. Not spiritually, not conceptually, but physically, energetically, and immediately. What I show you next is how you return to your center so the world stops bleeding into you. Keep watching. Your ritual begins next. Here's how you come back. Not by overthinking, not by trying to be less sensitive, but by teaching your body that it's allowed to take up space again. This is your daily ritual. 90 seconds to clear what's not yours and return to what is. Start by finding a quiet place. Stand or sit upright. No distractions, no music, just presence. Close your eyes. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2. Exhale through your mouth for 6. Repeat 3 times. Then place both hands over your lower belly, thumbs resting just below your navel. This is your center of gravity, your energetic anchor. Now say this out loud, not as a mantra, but as a command. I call my energy back to me. Pause. Feel what stirs. You don't have to believe it. Just say it again. I call my energy back to me. You might feel heat, you might feel resistance, you might feel nothing. Keep going. I release what isn't mine. I release what I was never meant to carry. Let your palms press in slightly. Feel your body respond. Not your thoughts, your body. This is your edge of return. The moment you stop identifying with everything you absorbed, the moment you stop merging by default. This ritual isn't about protection, it's about reorientation. It tells your system, I don't live out there anymore, I live here. You are not a sponge. You are a sovereign field. And this simple practice, done daily, done deliberately, starts to rebuild the boundary your nervous system forgot how to hold. Because here's the truth, what you feel is real, but it doesn't all belong to you. This ritual is how you start knowing the difference. You're not here to carry everyone else. You're here to be you, clearly, fully, freely. This is how you rewire the memory. This is how you break the loop, by choosing presence on purpose. Keep watching, because what happens next isn't just clarity, it's sovereignty. And that's what we step into now. Now that you've called your energy home, stay. Don't rush to re-engage. Don't open your phone. Don't reach for someone else's emotion to fill the silence. Just be here, in your own field, with no one else inside it. This is the presence practice. The part where you stop performing connection and actually feel what it's like to be you again. Not as a reaction to anyone. Not as a reflection of the room, but as a distinct, steady presence. Breathe. Feel your body settle. Let your awareness drop from the head into the belly, from thought into sensation. Ask yourself gently, what do I feel that's mine? Not what did they feel, not what do they need, but what lives here, beneath all that. This stillness is sacred, because it's yours. It doesn't need to be profound. It doesn't need to be full of insight. It just needs to be honest. And what you may start to notice is this. Your body feels lighter. Not because you fixed anything, but because you stopped carrying what was never yours. You're not detached. You're clear. You're not disconnected. You're rooted. You're not withholding. You're inhabiting. And in this inhabiting, Your nervous system begins to calm. Your energy field begins to stabilize. Your sense of self begins to return. Cleaner, quieter, stronger. You don't owe anyone your attunement. You don't have to scan the room to prove you're present. You get to be here, fully, without explanation. This awareness isn't something you gain. It's what remains when the noise quiets. And the more often you return here, the more you remember what your true energy feels like, without everyone else in the room. Coming up next, we close the loop. You'll see what begins to shift when this becomes your new rhythm, and how to live from a place that's finally undiluted. You'll start to notice the shift in quiet ways. You'll be mid-conversation and feel it. That familiar pull, the urge to over-attune, to merge, to scan. But instead of disappearing into their mood, you'll pause, breathe, and stay in your body. Not cold, not closed, just anchored. This is what begins to change. You stop absorbing and start observing. You stop blending and start witnessing. You stop assuming responsibility for everything swirling around you, and finally ask, is this even mine? And if it's not, you don't carry it. You feel it, name it, and release it. Without guilt, without over-explaining, without collapsing into apology. You'll begin to notice moments of real peace. Not because the world got quieter, but because you stopped leaking. To recap, each day, take 90 seconds. Close your eyes. Place your hands on your belly. Breathe. In for 4, hold for 2, out for 6. And say aloud, I call my energy back to me. I release what isn't mine. Then do your second practice. Feel your own presence return. Let the space clear. Let your system reset. 30 seconds. A pause. A return. Done wherever you are. You don't need to become less sensitive. You need to become more centered. You don't need a thicker skin. You need a clearer field. You don't have to disconnect from others. You just don't have to disappear for them anymore. Because now you know the difference. You're not here to carry everything. You're here to carry you. And you can return. Every time. Back to your own breath. Back to your own body. Back to your own voice. You don't need to become someone new. You just need to return, fully, to the one who remembers. You did not find me by accident. Just as in your dreams, where every face you meet is your own reflection, this meeting was always waiting to happen. I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice, the part of you that watches behind the thoughts, behind the noise. You have searched in many places, books, teachers, voices outside you. But here, you are not being taught. You are remembering. If these words stir something familiar, then allow yourself to return. Subscribe. Follow. Not to follow me, but to continue this conversation with yourself. Each time you return here, you draw closer to the reunion already unfolding inside you. We have only just begun.